we back, man. First of all, I want to say thank everybody, man, for tuning in to the Stab Lab podcast. Thankful for, y'all subscribing to my YouTube channel. I'm thankful for y'all listening. My viewers are, we in tune. My community, we going up, man, and I appreciate y'all. But today, man, of course, we got a special guest in the house today. We got my brother, man, Shamar is in the building. Of course, to the right of me, man, I got my co-host, Poe, is in the building. How y'all fellas feeling today, man?
Blessed, man. Blessed.
Blessed to be here, man.
Yes,
Can't
sir,
complain.
man. Yes, sir. How y'all week been, man?
Day-to-day hustling, man.
Yeah. Same, man. Same. Day to day, getting to it, Getting to it, man.
You got to put one foot in front of the other, man. And I always tell people that, man. Some days gonna be easy, some days gonna be hard, but you got to keep going, man. And I appreciate y'all once again for coming to the Stab Lab and giving some wonderful content, man. And you know what I'm saying, taking the time out y'all day and letting the people hear our side of the story. You know what I'm saying? We don't have enough positive people right now. You know what I'm saying? It's too much negative. You know what I'm saying, going on in the world right now, man. So we need to put out any type of positive content we can. And this is what the Stab Lab is about, man. But before we get into it, man, make sure you follow us on Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, anywhere you listen to podcasts. We everywhere, man. You can follow me on Instagram at Perfect Timing. That's PERFECT_TIMING. Where can they find you at, Poe?
Man, Instagram, Lord Poe. That's LORRDPOEE. And then website, everydaypoe.com.
Where can they find you at, Mar?
They can find me at Shamar W, Instagram, Facebook. They can find me at shamarw.com.
Okay. To keep growing. You working, man? How you feeling today, man?
Oh, brother, I feel good, man.
Thank you again for coming on, man. I appreciate you.
Thank you
man.
for having me, King.
Always,
I appreciate
man.
you. Thank
always.
you.
Thank you. But before we get into it, man, I just want to touch on this Kanye situation real quick, man, before we jump into these wonderful subjects, man.
Sure
I don't know if Kanye doing this for a marketing standpoint. I don't know if he just in his mind. I don't know if he finally got the answers. You know what I'm saying? Like Sway was saying. I don't know what's going on with him. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like the mental thing right now, the mental health, that we going through as a black man, as a black culture. I think that he just kind of expressing his feelings all the way out. You know what I'm saying? And he might just be really telling how he feel. But a lot of people put you in that crazy aspect when you finally say what you feel, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's bold. I don't really know how that man feel. I don't know, where he coming from. Of course, he a billionaire, so he gonna say whatever he want to say. But I just want to get y'all, y'all input. How y'all feeling about Kanye right now?
You want me to?
Yeah, go ahead, man. I got to get you
man.
first, man.
Lead the way, man.
Let me see, man. So first, I always been a Kanye fan.
Okay.
Right? Always been a Kanye fan. And I don't expect perfection from Kanye, I don't expect perfection from him. I expect him to make mistakes. I expect him to do outlandish Gemini shit, and
Gemini shit.
But
y'all,
so Pac was a Gemini,
you never know where they gonna come from, man.
Spitting at the camera, So the Kanye West, man, is arguably, in my opinion, probably one of the most revolutionary thinkers of our time. In a very, very bold way. You know what I'm saying? Kanye has introduced us to shit, man, just year after year that challenges us as a culture, that makes us think differently, like even when he said slavery for 400 years sounds like a choice, a lot of people took that shit the wrong way, but I didn't immediately take it the wrong way, I went back and thought about it, like, let me think about this before I put my emotions on it. Yeah. And I thought about it. And of course, it stung, it stung. But, he like, damn, 400 years? Like,
that's a long time.
Yeah,
though.
he like, damn. That I'm not saying it was a choice. That sounds like a choice, you know. And then most recently, you know, his, you know, with the shirt, the White Lives Matter shirt, you know, he was just trying to get across a message. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to get across a message.
What message?
In my opinion. So, depending on how you look at it, so Andre 3000 once wore a shirt on tour that said, "Across cultures, darker colored people are treated worse. Why?" You get what I'm saying? So it's basically him making that statement was, in my opinion, Kanye West making the same statement with his White Lives Matter shirt. He's not telling you, hey, white lives matter. He's telling you, like, nah, the white lives matter. Basically saying, like, look, the reason why I got to fight so hard at my job, you know what I mean, and work 10 times harder than, you know, my white coworkers, the reason why I got to go sit in front of this white judge, the reason why I got to email my property management company over and over again so that they can send somebody out to my house to fix whatever they need to fix, when they definitely not doing that to anybody else that may live in a different area. Facts. You know what I mean? Facts. So it's like, you know what? Yeah, the white lives matter, you know? Because, nigga, I'm down here struggling. You know what I'm saying? Like,
facts. That's
you know, I'm down here dealing with the bullshit. So, yeah, the white lives matter. And until y'all show me something otherwise, that's what it's looking like, you know? So that's the way I took Kanye West but this is Kanye, you know? Sometimes your message comes across incorrectly. You know what I'm saying?
Because he Kanye.
Because he Kanye. You know what I mean? But Kanye was just saying, hey, across cultures, you know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter if we here, you know, in the Detroit metropolitan black culture here, or we can be in the Atlanta culture, or we can be in the Ghanaian culture across over in Africa. You know what I mean? Darker colored people are treated worse. Why? You know what I'm saying? Oh, because it's a white man's world, because the white lives matter. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's what it looks like. Matter. Yeah.
But everybody don't think about it like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's Kanye, they get a negative aspect. So whatever. And then Kanye do this. I don't know if he about to drop an album. We don't know what he about to do with new shoes or whatever. And he always do something crazy right now. So they putting this in the crazy aspect of Kanye. Yeah. It might have made sense. Now that you break it down, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't think like you.
For sure.
A lot of people don't have that message. So they automatically think, oh, Kanye on some bullshit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Especially with Boosie. He didn't put, you know what I'm saying? The shit that he done uploaded with Diddy. You know what I'm saying? But they just want to help this guy, but everybody just think he on some bullshit. What you think, G?
Man, first of all, I say I like that perspective.
For sure.
It's a method to the madness. And we speak of people trying to be positive. Kanye just trying to bridge a gap at times. But when you live in a world where the negative shit hit harder in impact and the gossip is more cool, when you got somebody that's trying to bridge a gap, do something good, people gonna choose to look at it crazy.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So, and again, it is season 9 for Yeezy or whatnot. So, you know what I'm saying?
For sure. Yeah.
He his own marketing campaign, so he gonna create a buzz. You know what I mean? So
it's that time for him, man. Like I said, man, it's crazy, man. But I wanted to get into our topic today, man. The hustle culture that we in. You know what I'm saying? And we just embedded in our life with the hustle culture. But before we do all of this, man, I know you an artist. You a rapper. I don't know if I want to put that on you, but I just want to, call you an artist because I feel like you deeper than a rapper. You know what I'm saying? You deeper than just going out there spitting 16 bars and then leaving it alone. You know what I'm saying? You really put thought and mental to your work, man. I just want to, go ahead and let the people know who you are, man. And, what you got, man, your music, and you know what I'm saying, where you come from.
For sure. So first and foremost, for those that don't know, my name is Shamar W. People call me Mar. I'm an Oak Park West Side nigga. You know what I mean? So,
I went to Oak Park when I ain't
live. I'm from Oak Park. Grew up in Oak Park. You know what I mean? But if you know about Oak Park, we don't know nothing but Oak Park, and then we know nothing but the West Side of Detroit. That's kind of where we float through. You know what I mean? It's not too often that we'll float past and come east, but when we do, it's normally based on relationships. But yeah, man, been rhyming my whole life. You know what I mean? Getting to it, man. It's all I really know. You know what I'm saying? It's all I really know. If I ain't rhyming, you know, I'm engulfed in being a father. You know, if I ain't engulfed in being a father, then I'm getting up in the morning and going to work. You know what I'm saying?
So for sure.
So I can take care of these bills and do the things that I need to do. So yeah, throughout the day, I'm a corporate IT man. And then throughout the evening, I'm a father and I'm an artist all the time. You know what I'm saying? So right now, I'm 1/5 of a group called the Black Kings, which consists of myself, incredible vocalist, my man LG. You will catch LG singing around the city here and there, pretty much everywhere. Incredible guitarist named Kenny Rocket, incredible bassist named Bino, incredible keyboardist named Ali, an incredible drummer named Surreal. And yeah, man, together we make up the Black Kings. And then when I'm not the Black King, I'm Shamar W., the solo artist. Got about 5-6 projects out there. If you Google me or if you pull up my name in Spotify, you can pull up all my music. I more so touch on things that I go through, real life shit, man. Whether it's me dealing with an issue that I'm dealing with a woman, whether it's me dealing with an issue that I'm dealing with my family, whether it's me touching on just everyday shit or, you know, touching on the political state that we may be in a microcosm, so a small portion of it, or a macrocosm on some global shit. It just depends on how I feel, you know what I mean? But one thing I try not to do is just lie on my music. You know what I'm saying? A nigga try.
Why not though?
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Why not though?
You
know what
tough,
I'm saying?
you know? And that's just based on, so I come from I'm of the generation where, you know, we had real OGs and big homies that really gave us good game, man.
Back.
You know what I'm saying? Like, good game, you know, for what it's something about that generation, you know, niggas that was born in the late 60s to early 70s, those was all our big homies, you know what I mean? And they man, they put just a different kind of sauce on us, you know what I'm saying? Like, they put a different kind of sauce on us, and well, some of them, you know, some of us got a different kind of sauce put on us, and that sauce that was put on us was, you know, be solid, you know, stand on the things that you say, you know what I mean, be accountable for the shit that you say. So I just can't I can't get behind the mic and be on some old, I just can't do it, man.
I don't see it in you, dog.
Yeah, I just can't do it, man. You know, when a nigga see me out, you gonna get the same Shamar that you gonna get. It don't matter if I'm rhyming, you know what I'm saying? You gonna get the same Shamar. You know what I'm saying? And I take pride in that, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it ain't no card that a nigga could ever pull on me. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no card for you to pull because I show you my cards. You know?
Right.
So it's like, nigga, I hope you got the same cards. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, if you don't, then, you know, I'm probably gonna see it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know.
Your truth.
Yeah, that's it, man.
Yeah.
That's it.
Sweet, man, sweet. Yeah. So I basically, you know, you said something, man, that stuck out to me, dog. You know what I'm saying? You said my man hit me and said his phone popping. You know what I'm saying? But you make more off Robin Hood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Go ahead and break that down for
sure.
me, dog.
It's facts, you know. So
yeah, you know I had to go there one time.
For sure. Yeah. My man hit me, said his phone popping. So so we know, let me see. Some people, you know, marijuana is legal now, you know, in Michigan, marijuana is legal. You know what I'm saying? You are allowed to have up to 2 plants. We're gonna put that out there like that. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay.
You know, we're gonna put that out there like that. So, you know, one of my homeboys had 2 plants, you know,
You leave it right there.
Hey, emphasis on them.
I fuck with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. My man hit me, said, you know, and but you know, it was going well for him. You know what I mean? It was going well for him. And he like, Mar, you know, just come, you know, come fuck with me, man. You know. And I'm like, listen, man, you know, what you make it, what you doing with that? You know what I mean? I can do a Robinhood option. I could do an option. Robinhood. For those of y'all who don't know, Robinhood is
break it down for him. There we go.
Robinhood is a stock trading platform that's very easy to use. It was really a groundbreaking platform that anybody can download, and you can open up your own brokerage account to begin to trade stocks with as little as $20. You know what I mean? But I, instead of me trading stocks, which is a bit slower, I decided to jump into options, which is basically you're borrowing stocks. You're borrowing a certain amount of stocks, and when you borrow these stocks, you make money off of what those stocks basically made for somebody else. You know what I mean? Whatever they made for somebody else, yeah. But at the same time, you have to make this money in a certain amount of time. If you make it in a certain amount of time, and what you pay for to do this, you paying the brokerage a contract fee, right? And you have a certain amount of time. The more time you give yourself, the more you have to pay for this contract, right? Oftentimes, well, sometimes you can just catch what they call a squeeze, which means
you just saw one of them too with the not to cut you off,
but
the whole what was that?
This was
GameStop.
GameStop.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So that was a
squeeze.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's basically where the big banks, or in this particular instance, they said that this was all of the consumer traders. So the smaller traders, it was just enough of them. But I doubt that was the case. But anyway, GameStocks, they got caught in the squeeze and shot the stock up through the roof, higher than it had ever been. You know what I mean? So when you buy this contract, you're basically saying, okay, I'm going to own this many shares, right? And if this stock increases by $2, then I can get the $2 off of those. I can get the $2 off of each share that I own. I get a percentage of those profits. You know what I mean? And but GameStop has shot up 200-400%. You know what I mean? So people was making more money than they had ever made off of trading options off of that, right?
Off GameStop.
Yeah, just off GameStop.
Wow.
But this happens all the time in the stock market. This happens daily. You know what I mean? But it's all about, you know, it's so many different stocks. You know what I mean? So all I was saying to my homeboy was, look, man, what you doing is cool. You know what I mean? And I'm not mad at it. You know what I mean? But the stock market is well right now. The stock market is looking juicy right now. You know what I mean? So
you still in your lane.
I'd rather fuck with this for now. You know what I mean? For now, you know.
I might come back to it.
I'd rather
me
fuck
out.
with this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
I'd rather fuck with this.
Yeah, for sure. And I like how you broke that down, man. So basically with the hustle culture, you know what I'm saying? Basically, I feel like we kind of been embedded with the hustle culture. Our mama, like you said, we kind of grew up with, you know, the OGs back in the 60s, 70s. All they knew was hustle. You know what I'm saying? And they kind of just passed down from up, you know what I'm saying, to down. And I feel like that's all we really know is hustle. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like, are we ever going to grow out of the hustle culture? You know what I'm saying? Is this all we know? Are we teaching this to our kids? Are we teaching this to the next generation? You know what I'm saying? Like what y'all feeling about the hustle culture, man?
Same game, different product.
Okay.
So if you keep it simple and you look at supply and demand, just simple terms everybody understand to learn. But like you said, when you like over there at Robinhood or whatnot, when you find them loopholes, that's how you know what I'm saying, you make your money. So that's really what I do all day is study.
Yeah.
You know, pretty much what we trying to do. We trying to find ourselves and other successful people to get a better understanding of ourselves, crunch information so we can find a loophole and profit.
Right. So do you ever think like we ever gonna outgrow the hustle culture? You know what I'm saying? Like what do the hustle culture mean to you, basically?
You don't outgrow it, but you get sharper. The image changes. So we might go from hoodies to sitting in suits.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So,
But you still hustling though. You know what I'm saying?
In every aspect, corporate America, street culture, you always want to hustle.
Yeah.
Nobody want nobody that's lazy.
No. No, hell no.
You know what I'm saying? So it just the terms change. You know what I'm saying? It's the same game, but the language, the verbiage may change, the body language, how you dress it up. But at the same time, it's the same shit.
Yeah. How you feel, Mark?
I love the hustle culture. You know what I mean? I feel like I don't necessarily think that we need to outgrow it. You know, I just like the fact that, like right now, man, black people are more what's that word, man? What's that word? Liberated now. You know what I mean? I was just talking to a woman friend of mine, and we was talking about. She was telling me about she ran into somebody. She ran into somebody in D.C. Right, and she said that when she bumped into this girl in D.C., she like, yeah, you know, I'm from Detroit. She was like, you know, one thing about y'all Detroiters, you know, she said, man, y'all some of the most liberated people that I done seen. Meaning like black people in Detroit, you know, we ain't
independently balling.
Yeah, exactly. We gonna go. We gonna go. Whatever it take, we gonna go figure some shit out. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's why I got the hustle culture from though, because I feel like in Detroit we have our own specific type of hustle. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy though, right? So I'm a millennial. You know, we pretty much fit that, right? If you think about when we born, we not the same. We was born in kind of a. It's not necessarily weird, but we damn near saw 3 different decades, right? So we don't have we was born, we missed the industrial era, which like our parents and grandparents were grandfathered in. We're not them blue collar workers.
Right.
But at the same time, we wasn't old enough for the .com boom. So we literally went from everybody had to kick it in person at the homecoming. You wanted to get the girl. You had to go up there and actually talk to her. Then we had desktops and dial-up internet. Yeah. And now we got the power of 30 of them in our hands.
Yeah, for sure.
And now, like, for me personally speaking, it was hard to get a job. So that's where your hustle came in, right? But now, fast forward a decade later after graduating from high school, we got well-defined roles now. We got content creators. So over time we've evolved. Now we got these titles because we was trying to figure it out. Now it's figured out. Now we got these titles and these roles. So now it's cool. If you was a decade and not coming out of high school, you said I was about to be a content creator or a YouTuber, people look at you crazy.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like go back to school, young bro.
Yeah, for sure. They don't even
now,
know what that is.
We've established that influencer.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I mean? Content
That's
creator.
a good point. That's a good point.
So that's where we at with it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
With you being in IT, did you see that before? You know what I'm saying? Like, did you see this coming of age like it is now? Because everybody, I just heard this this podcast, his name Rob Dow, and he was just saying like it was down there 8-year-old made $28 million last year. You know what I'm saying? On YouTube. And she just being herself.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's this the new age of it now.
Sure,
And the thing about it is the older people, you know, they getting left out this generation or they getting pushed out because they don't know nothing about the IT and the YouTube and shit like that. And he's saying like, you got to get hip.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or you're going to get left behind. You know what I'm saying?
So adaptation.
Adaptation, right? And a lot of people not trying to adapt right now. They like shit. You know, they be stuck in their ways. They like, I ain't.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I ain't seeing that.
Absolutely.
So you being in IT, did you see this coming? Like, or
bro, I'm gonna tell you, it was no way. What's going on in terms of like content creators?
Yeah.
There's no way that I could even, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't have fathomed it. You know what I'm saying? There was no way I could have seen like, you know, we'll even say a Logan Paul, you know what I'm saying, to be, you know, as successful as he is, you know, or even I follow this guy named Chris Jones, fitness guy, black guy, on YouTube, you know, only those that were doing it at the inception, you know what I'm saying? Like, those are the people that saw like, oh, wait a minute, this shit gonna be big.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but I couldn't have, it was no way I could have seen it, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think nobody seen it, bro. I don't think nobody was expecting this, bro.
I could not see it, man. I ain't see it coming. Now, I do remember this. Here's what I do remember. I remember when World Star was popping. This was before
World Star jumped off crazy.
This was all when World Star was popping. Rick Ross had just introduced Maybach music to the world, right? And at the time, Rick Ross made it a point to keep a film crew with him at all times, right? And I remember looking at that like, man, that's probably expensive. You know what I'm saying? For him to keep these guys on the payroll. But he understood, like, you know what? Y'all may not see it, but this content shit is gonna be huge. I gotta make sure that they recording everything. You know,
it's dinner like the Kanye thing, dog. You know what I'm saying? How he got all that shit from back in the day.
Yeah.
You feel like they had the same kind of concept?
Man, listen though. Before even Ross, it was Wiz Day to Day. I'm a motherfucking Taylor gang.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
Deep. And I feel like he's still going though.
It ain't never stopped.
Yeah,
so.
Wiz was on it, wasn't he, man?
Damn, dog.
Yeah, that's what
crazy.
I say. Like, those that was in it, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just had to be I can't explain it. You just had to be in it. Like, you know what? This is a thing. You know what I'm saying?
Like they was in some type of secret society. I don't know. Maybe I think a little deeper. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas knew, dog. Cause ain't no way, dog. I don't see Kanye recording all of this from back in the day. Then he just pop out. You know what I'm saying? With all of this old footage out of nowhere.
He probably felt, but you know, if you see in that documentary, Kanye had an undying, unwavering belief in himself.
He did.
Like, I'm talking about, like,
hey, he inspired me. Like, man, this shit crazy.
Yeah. That nigga had a belief in himself. Like, it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, so what's my man name? Cootie. Film me, Cootie. I'm gonna be a big deal. Keep on filming me, Cootie. I'm gonna be a big deal.
And he made some crazy M's off that. Man, and they were just doing what they love, though. I feel like that's the whole thing about content creating. They doing what they love. You know what I'm saying? So, what does music do for you? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know you really speak from the heart with music. You know what I'm saying? And my man right here, he do music too.
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And we all, you know, in the music era. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we was talking earlier, I just switched over to jazz a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of revert my emotions, that revert my thinking process. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I don't know if I'm getting older or what. What do music do for you?
As a listener, just as a listener, man, music, man, everything, honestly, man. Take away the stress, man. It educates me. It teaches me how to communicate, man. It teaches me how to be a better father, how to be a better partner. You know, that shit just it teaches me just as a listener. You know what I'm saying? It also challenges me. Like shit that I may not understand, you know what I'm saying? Certain subjects that I may not understand, you know, when I'm listening, like, oh man, what's dog shit? What's, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and you know, you figure it out, you learn, you know what I'm saying? As a listener, you know, and it also forces me to not be no hater, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, man. It forces me to not be a hater. Yeah, man. Like, man, niggas be hating, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially people that don't necessarily understand. A person may not understand a certain lingo. They may not understand, you know, a certain means of communication. You know what I'm saying? Especially, you know, the OGs that gave us the game. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them, you know, be shutting off, you know, the newer rappers or the newer way. But it's like, nah. You know, but as I listen, it teaches me to not be a hater. You know,
that's deep.
As a creator, it man, for one, you know, it allows me to it allows me to make a little bit of money. You know what I'm saying? It allows me to relieve my stress. You know, it allows me to say the shit that I want to say, you know, move the way I want to move, you know. It's pretty much, I wouldn't be, man, the biggest things that I have in my life right now, you know, I would not have it if I wasn't an artist. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have my children if I wasn't an artist, bro. I wouldn't have my job that I work if I wasn't an artist. I wouldn't have nothing if I wasn't an artist. You know what I'm saying? Everything that I got in my life, everything that I have obtained, all of that shit stem from
being an artist.
A nigga that just want to make music. You know what I'm saying?
That's deep.
That's
Nobody
what it
ever
all
broke that
stem
shit
from.
down
Yeah.
really like that. You know what I'm
bro.
saying? So I really, want to know is, do you speak from the heart? You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people just putting out bullshit music right now. I feel like we in the era of bullshit music. And I'm sorry, you know what I'm saying, to say that. But I feel like the people who really spit the real shit get overlooked, man.
Yeah, you know, the real music there, like I said, I thank you Smart for putting this on to that J. Cole.
For sure.
Yeah.
Because it's not the cool thing to do. Yo, Joey Badass, man, that powerful performance he just gave at BET. That shit, he got his just due, but it was talked about for maybe 5 seconds, and then the gossip with Diddy, and Carisha and all that is more. That shit more important. It's more enticing, and we all enjoy the bullshit a little too much.
Yeah,
but why though, man?
It just, that's what it is, because, you know, like even with Trey the Truth, look at him. He always doing dope shit for the community. He just took motherfucking U-Hauls down to Mississippi with clean water, and that shit, it do what it need to do. But again, it's all right. Next, what dumb shit Young Boy done did now? Or, oh, what girl got cheated on? Who hit Quavo bitch? All this different shit. You know what I'm saying?
That shit took off.
That shit just would be driving ratings, and you know. And again, we perpetuate the shit.
Yeah, facts.
Because we control the narrative as the fan bases and shit. So you know, a lot of things be going on. The conscious rappers are there. The positive shit is there. We just choose to partake in other shit.
Facts.
That's like not the Kanye. Kodak Black, he feel like, man, I always look out for my city, man. You know what I'm saying? I always look out for my people. But that shit came in and went out the door in less than a day. All that negative shit he was doing, that shit stayed in the news, dog. And I feel like that shit don't really, that don't feed us. You know what I'm saying? We need music that's going to feed us.
For sure.
That's going to take us to the new.
It's a lot of dope R&Bs, man. Like we was saying, we ain't always on hip hop and everything, but I just reconnected listening to damn, man, let me say his name right. Let me not butcher it. Get laughed at.
Fuck it up, right?
You know what I mean?
You know they gonna be like, you don't know the artist,
man. Let me not.
But that's a good thing though that you tapping back in.
Aaron Ray, dope motherfucking artist, light skinned nigga singing his heart out, man. Whole vibe. You know what I'm saying? You got it's a lot of dope artists, man.
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of local up and coming.
You
know what I mean? So it's definitely there, man.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of people don't understand how hard it is being a man, dog.
Talk to him.
And the weight that we carry, dog. You know what I'm saying?
1,000 pounds.
And it's a day-to-day struggle. You know what I'm saying? And my girl was talking to me yesterday, and she was like, you know, a lot of people don't ask us how we really doing. You know what I'm saying? And I know you speak through your music. You know what I'm saying? And you as well, you write through your blogs through it. You know what I'm saying?
Every fucking day.
And the thing about it is that we don't really know how to express our emotions. You know what I'm saying? We don't really know how to go through the things day to day because we got so much shit on our back. You know what I'm saying? Kids, credit, housing, mortgage, work, hustling, all of that shit. And we can't really show no weak emotion because guess what the next person gonna say? You better pick that shit up and keep it moving. Man up.
Stand 10 toes.
Yeah, so when we was little, when we think about it, when we was little, we fail. You know what I'm saying? Our people like, man, get up, wipe that shit off. It wasn't no time for emotion. You know what I'm saying? So do y'all feel like it's a reason why men fail to reach their potential?
Man, you know what it is, man? We scared to be vulnerable. I struggle with that on the daily, bro. You know what I mean? Like you said, and it's to the point though. I do it with. It's easier to talk to complete strangers because it's no judgment. You can tell them your most intimate secret. They really don't give a fuck who they gonna tell.
That's like having a therapist.
Exactly. You know what I mean? But I do it on a. Matter of fact, I do it with women, baddies. Everybody want to date right now. It's like everybody horny or some shit. But anyway, I be telling them straight up, I ain't got it, but I'm gonna spin the block. They be like, I like that. Straight up.
They can only respect that though.
I ain't got it right now.
Yeah.
But does that take away from my whole 10 years of being grown.
Right.
Pick a year. I can show you my car, crib, and kit.
Mm-hmm.
So I you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When you actually have something in life, and not even if you don't have anything, it's just still having to have that confidence, but go through them emotions.
Mm-hmm.
I stopped bottling that shit up, bro, because that's what really happened. You fuck around, get drunk, or do whatever, and that's how you be blacking out on people, going crazy
for
bottling shit up.
Mm-hmm.
So now if I have a bad day, you know what? I might try to work a little bit, but I just chalk it up. Let me go ahead and go through this real quick. Get this out of my system for the day.
You got to as a man specifically, though, but I feel like sometimes certain men don't know how to bottle that up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't know how to release it.
You just gotta you gotta get comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like you said. And then too, you gotta admit that you got a problem. That's another thing, accountability. The world would be a lot better if we knew how to be accountable for little shit, bro. I always say right now, if I get up and trip fall on my face, I would blame everybody but me. I blame the chair, you leaving the carpet right there, all types of dumb shit.
Right.
Nah, man, I tripped on your carpet, bro. You need better carpet. Everything but look at the man in the mirror.
And I feel like people blame other people for not reaching their potential.
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
Word.
How you feel about that, man?
I feel like in terms of black men in particular that may not reach their full potential. It can be a number of different things, but if a person didn't reach their full potential, right? Let's just say black man, right? Didn't reach his full potential, it's probably rooted at the level of discipline. You know what I'm saying? It's just probably rooted at, how disciplined are you? You know what I'm saying? Because man,
talk to him.
Coming up as from young black boys into, teenagers into men like where we are now, right? The beautiful thing about where we are now is we able to look at a situation, right? We able to look at a person that may have come up with us, right? And let's say the vantage point was like this. Okay, we know, let's say, for example, we 8, 9, 10, right? We know that such and such, that's this age might be 20-something, you know what I'm saying? We know that this person might be, when we was young, we thought such and such was 20. We thought he was cool. We thought this person was cool. But, some bullshit happened. He might end up getting locked up, or this nigga might end up having some sort of vice that got a hold on him, or whatever the case may be, to the point where now you become a man and you can see like, oh, okay, I see that. I remember he was cool back then, but nah, he really fighting his demons. You know what I mean? So, if a black man falls short, right, it's just because the level of discipline that's required, you know what I'm saying, to get through this shit, Yeah. It gotta be high, man.
High as hell.
It gotta be high as fuck, you know what I mean, to get through this shit.
We don't got no map to the yellow brick road.
Hell no,
we gotta
don't.
figure it out. You know what's
every single day, dog.
You know what's one of the biggest misconceptions?
Come on with it.
That you're grown at 18.
Right.
My baby.
Yeah.
If we made it known that like, yo, you don't ever stop being a parent. My parents still help me. I'll be 33 this year.
For sure.
They still help. You're gonna forever be helping.
Hell yeah.
You're not,
always.
At 18, where was you at 18? Did you have it all? A car,
hell no.
Your own car and crib?
Hell no.
Exactly, bro.
Hell
so it really took to about maybe 23-ish.
Yeah.
To be
longer than that.
It take a minute, man. It take a minute, man.
It take a minute, bro.
Yeah.
It's you know what though? You gotta. We can't have no excuses though, man. You can't never stop trying. Like you said, right? Your man's with the 2 plants. You know you can go that route, but you choosing to find your own way.
Yeah.
So you gotta. It really ain't no excuses out here. Whatever you lacking, go seek it.
Simple and
especially
plain.
in our era of smartphones and having all this technology, bro. It may be an overwhelming amount of information that you gotta go through, but you can get through it.
Facts.
It might take 5 to 10 years, but
Facts.
it's worth it.
Yeah. So can the everyday man be successful? Meaning, can the man with the 9 to 5 be successful?
He is.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Can the man that's not doing the two plants be successful. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody is glamorizing this. Hey, you should come over here with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So do that mean that you not successful because you didn't take that route? You know what I'm saying?
I think, man, really honestly, man, I think man, financial literacy is so fucking important, man.
Why we didn't get
You know what
taught
I'm
that
saying?
shit though in the beginning though, dog.
man.
I
Because
really
it's
battle
so-
with that, bro.
It's a big money maker off you fucking up.
Yeah, but you know what?
That's
This is what I learned. This is what I did learn, right? Like the majority of our parents, right? Our parents, I take it. All of our parents or your parents are either in their 60s or late 50s, right?
Facts.
So most of our parents were able to get their homes on land contract. They didn't really know about mortgages like that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them was able to get a house on a land contract, and then when they realized, like, okay, now we got to get some shit together. We got to do this. We got to do that. They was learning shit on the fly. You know what I'm saying?
Trial and error.
Yeah, just learning shit on the
Fucking
fly.
up,
Yeah. Most of them wasn't saving like that. You know, nothing like that. It wasn't, man. That's why, man, the beauty of us being in the information era, you know what I'm saying? We in the information, we literally, they didn't teach us because they didn't know.
They didn't
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
They just did not know, man. Like the fact that, man, that I can pull my phone up, right? Like my mother my mother is a Jehovah's Witness, right? What I would consider to be a devout Jehovah's Witness, right? Which means, and I don't know if y'all know anything about the religion of being a Jehovah's Witness, but it's a very strict religion. It's probably next to Islam, you know what I mean? In terms of,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, in terms of what it requires from you, you know what I'm saying? And I was raised Jehovah's Witness, right? But, you know, I was outside, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, everything ain't stick to me. But to get back to my point, the fact that right now, this religion arguably changed my mother's life, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, gave her all of the information that she needs to raise, you know, me and my siblings the way that she needed to raise us, right? But the fact that I can pick up my phone, right? And in 15 minutes, right? I could put so much information in my head.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. 10 minutes. Man, I can challenge everything that my mother done spent 50 years believing.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Ma, do you know that black people wasn't allowed? You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case, I have done this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the fact that I can do that, you know what I mean? So they didn't have access to information like that. They literally had to, you know what I'm saying, get through books.
Phone book.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go, you know, change some
Again,
diapers and go to the grocery store. And, you know, this, that, and the third, da-da-da-da-da. So they just didn't know. So it's up to us to teach our little ones. You know what I'm saying? Like, shame on us if we don't pass the game down to them. Like, look, you know, save a little bit. Look, make you an authorized user, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
What I tell my daughter, man, this a couple years ago, this pre-pandemic, but every father know that ride to school, that's daddy time. You know, we crunching in some game, and I always tell my daughter, shout out to my baby Monty, love her to death. I will always tell her, like, what's the rule when you get some money? I tell her, save 10% of your money. Why do you want to do that? So if mom and pop tell you no or just ain't got it, your motion don't stop.
Right.
So, you know, it's little things like that to drill in your head. My dad never told me that.
Yeah, facts.
But I'm going to tell my little girl that.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's just little lessons like that. My dad gave me a lot of game. My dad he let me know early about credit. He was playing that seed. He would always tell me, I can go get a Bentley right now, but I have to worry about the payments. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, that was good though, because a lot of people, I can name on my hands how many times my mama or my pops, you know what I'm saying, schooled me to that.
Yeah,
but I ain't gonna blame them, you know what I'm saying, because like you said, they didn't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's up to us now to school them, to have that daddy and daughter time. You know what I'm saying? And I know you got a daughter too, and I feel like that. I don't know if that kind of give you a different value or a different feeling. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? A responsibility.
I'll elaborate some more. My nephew, shout out my nephew Jaden, love him too, man. He get like 2 years out of high school now, but all of my knowledge that I pretty much knew on how to build good credit,
Mm-hmm.
I gave that to him. So by 19, his credit score was over 675, and he had an offer from Amex.
Right.
I feel like an uncle. I did a good deed for
Yeah.
him.
You did. Yeah,
Mhm.
you did. You did.
You
did.
know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Still a little knucklehead,
Yeah.
but he got good credit.
Yeah, for sure.
He got that. He got that in his bag,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what we need to do. I feed into my young barber. He another one with his head on the right way, and
Mhm.
he got a skilled trade.
Mm-hmm.
He got his own business, got his
Mhm.
own car, got his own crib.
Mm-hmm.
He not even 25.
Mm.
But I try to keep pouring into him when areas I hear that he not sound a little shaky.
Yeah.
Nah, I reinforce it. You got it. Go ahead, make that move.
You got to do it. Yeah.
2 months ago, he was working at he was working under somebody else's name. Now he got his own thing. Yeah, you can do it. Now he building this merch. That's fly. Keep going.
Mm-hmm.
It's us as the younger OGs to feed back.
For sure.
And like I was asking him one day, right, about his clothing because he got dope designs. He got the right material, everything. And I had asked him, like, yo, who your manufacturer? He told me or whatnot. And then I had to pull myself back, like, yo, let me come in and, like, I like what you're doing. Let me come in and help you instead of directly asking you, who's your connect? I want to go to your source and directly be your competitor. I had to bring that back. I said, no, that's not the way to do it. Let me see if I can form a union, a bond with this young brother first and see if we can get some money together.
Hopping right in. Yeah.
For
See
sure.
what I'm saying? So it's me making a conscious effort knowing that I can feed into somebody and put that goodness in them and then, you know, help them on that path. And I think that's the road we need to take with a lot of them, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. I feel like we need to do our due diligence, like you said, man. And you know, we just need to invest in our people. You know what I'm saying? Invest in the people around us. You know what I'm saying? And invest in not only ourselves, but you know what I'm saying, in our culture that's coming up. Because I feel like these teenagers right now is losing their mind, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's crazy right now. I don't understand it. I feel like the energy is weird. You know, I don't know what the hell going on, man. But I got some, you know, a few things I just want you to, you know, give me a meaning for. I got a few words for you, man. Give me number one is faith. What's your meaning behind this?
Faith. Faith is yeah, man, it's probably up there with like top 2, top 1 most powerful thing that you gotta have. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, super powerful. Yeah, faith is, absolutely.
Number 2, family.
Family is very, very family is a very important lesson. Yeah, family is a very important lesson that you gotta constantly teaching you. Very
Every
important lesson that you constantly gotta learn from. Yeah.
Number 3 is passion.
Yeah, passion is passion is your the card that you need to validate the reason behind your faith. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, for example, to expound on that, I could be going hard, like I could be absolutely terrible at playing basketball, right? Which I kind of am, right? I could be absolutely terrible at it, right? But y'all, let's say y'all see me at the gym every day, right? Like, and I'm missing every shot, you know what I'm saying? But every time I miss the shot, you know what I mean? I'm like, fuck.
Right.
Damn, you know, the whole gym echoing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all hear my shoes squeaking, all kind of shit, right? And then boom, y'all see me come out the gym, I'm dripping sweat. Y'all see me like this every day, right? Y'all see that, right? And then I tell y'all, like, I'ma get it though. That's all I'm gonna say to y'all. Y'all niggas know I'm terrible. But I tell y'all, like, I'm gonna get it though. That's my faith, right? And the only reason y'all believe me is because y'all see my passion.
Right.
That's it. Right. That's the only reason y'all will believe me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like it. That. You know? So yeah.
I like how you broke that down. Last but not least, creativity, man.
So creativity, creativity is number one. point blank period, man. Creativity is absolutely, undoubtedly number one. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a creative in some way, shape, form, or fashion. You got to be creative. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to think on your feet, man. You got to be able to, man, like, yeah. You know, I can go into some deep shit. You know what I'm saying? Sure. You know, I can go into some deep shit. You know, some people say that, you know, God created man. You know what I mean? Some people say that, you know, man created himself in a thought. You know what I mean? But one thing that we do know is, okay, I ain't gonna go all into it. You know what I'm saying?
Do your thing, dog.
I mean, so
hey, dive in the rabbit hole.
One thing that we do know, right? We do know that the reason why we are here, right? We do know we are all made of atoms, right? You are made of atoms, right? The only reason that you are made of an atom is because at some point in time in the universe, a star exploded, right?
Yep. Supernova.
The reason why a star exploded is because it made a decision, but not the kind of decision that you thinking, bro. You know what I'm saying? It made a decision based on math. It made a decision based on, like, look, if I knock this cup over and this right here gets wet, the math in that is a decision. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy,
it's like
you're right.
Yeah.
No, I get you.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like it's a decision. Physics is a decision. So creativity is a decision. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be a creative. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, bro, you are just going to be. And the fact that we can create, the fact that we can go further, you know what I'm saying? The fact that I can say, okay, yeah, I'm gonna knock that cup over. Like, yeah, the table definitely gets wet. But you know what? I'm gonna take some of that water because I'm thirsty and I'm gonna drink some of it. Like, now I'm getting even deeper with my intelligence. Now I'm getting even smarter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now I'm even bigger now. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be a creative. Like, okay, yeah, stars exploded. Oh, okay. Human beings are here. Oh, okay. We got to figure out, oh, yeah, lightning struck a tree, but damn, all right, that shit hot. Okay, that's fire. Okay, how can we remake that? You know what I'm saying? Like, and we get better and we get better and better and better. You know what I'm saying? And now, you know, we got artificial intelligence and this, that, and the third, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be a creative. You know what I'm saying? If you're not, you just going
choosing to live.
Yeah, you just
exactly,
yeah.
That's it. You know what I mean? You just choosing to live. You know.
Damn.
Versus just
I like how y'all put that shit.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah. So before we get out of here, man, I just want to say I appreciate you, bro, for coming and spending some time with us and kicking some knowledge, dog. But we need one more thing from you, bro. We need one deep story from you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
A deep or a creative story, or what you say?
Yeah.
What'd you say, Paul? Or
it ain't necessarily got to be deep, but you know, something that's fun. In the event that stuck out, you know, it could be a dope story. You could have been out having fun, or
for sure.
You know, a chain of current events
sure.
that you like. You know, just something to kick it and leave an impression on the people.
Okay. All right. So look. All right. Just before, this was about 7 years ago. About 7 years ago, shortly before my daughter was born. I had a homeboy, this is my brother. A brother of mine was in New York, right?
Okay.
He was living in New York because at the time, a very, very, very close friend and brother of mine had received a record deal, right? With a record label. Right, and the only reason I don't speak his name is because I don't know how he may feel about name dropping or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, this shit gonna be on YouTube.
Yeah. So I don't know,
sure.
right? But my man had been down there for about 3-4 months, and he like, Shamar, you need to come to New York for a couple days, man. Come to New York for a couple days. I'm like, all right, bet, man. I never been to New York. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go to New York and you know, just feel the vibes and just see what it's like, right? So I go to New York and I'm there for a day, maybe a day and a half, right? And I'm like, all I want to do is just get on the train. I just want to ride the train and, you know,
experience it,
experience it, right? So before I had left, I had developed a relationship with a guy who goes by the name of Keith McWhirter. Now, Keith McWhirter is a very well respected documentarian. He shoots film. If you ever get a minute, Google Keith McWhirter, right? So Keith was here in Detroit shooting a documentary for Detroit, and they had to stop it because the police had ran into a house and killed a little girl while they were filming. They had the footage.
Wow.
Right? Yeah. So the mayor stopped all filming in Detroit. Nobody's allowed to be filmed in Detroit, right? So Keith, so that stopped, right? That was the only reason I was still in Detroit at home, was because I knew we was filming this documentary, so on and so forth. But my man called me, say, man, come to New York, come kick it, right? So I go to New York. I'm there for about 2 days. I hadn't talked to Keith in a while, right? So while I'm in New York, my man P of Slave Angel Music calls me, right? He like, you'll never guess what just happened. I'm like, what? He like, man, 50 Cent is, he like, all right, let me get this. Let me get it all right. So he called me, say, man, Keith is right now with 50 Cent. They're getting ready to shoot a video for 50 Cent's new energy drink called Street King, and nobody likes the MC. So Keith called me just to vent about it, right? And Keith told me, man, I just wish Shamar was here, right? Mind you, Keith is in Manhattan shooting. I had no idea that Keith was in Manhattan, right? I'm in Brooklyn. I didn't even know he was in New York, right?
Get the fuck out of here.
No bullshit. So it get deeper. So Keith calls my man P just to vent to him, right? He like, man, I wish Shamar was just somewhere. My man P was like, Keith, Shamar is in Brooklyn, right? Keith like, wait, Shamar is in New York right now? P like, yes, Shamar is in New York. He like, can he get to Manhattan, right? So P called me. He like, man, here's Keith's number. Call Keith, blah, 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 call Keith, right? Keith, what's up, man? What's going on? He like, man, I'm at so-and-so, such and such. I need you to come here and rap for these people.
And you was in New York.
I was only there for a day and a half, right? Man, I jump on the train with my man. We go to Manhattan, right? I rap for him, right? They blown away, right? They like, man, we want you to create the commercial for 50 Cent's new energy drink called Street Clean with this company called Pure Growth Partners. This is all facts, right? So I say, all right, cool. Like, we need you to stay in New York. Here's a couple dollars. Here's some merchandise. Damn. Here's this. Here's that. Right?
Universe lined
I say,
up for
man, that's full circle,
listen,
dog.
bro. I say, okay, cool. Where am I gonna record at? About 2 days before, my man had ran into the marketing directors for Converse, and they was building a new studio. Right, they had just built a brand spanking new studio, and he told my man, whenever you wanna just come record, just come. Right, this is before I got to New York. So my man was like, hey, you know what? We gonna go to so and so such and such studio and record it. Right. So long story short, man, I ended up in New York, recording the commercial for Street King. Now, check this out. At the time, Pure Growth Partners, which was the name of the company, they was trying to find different artists that they can partner with, right? But when I it's a true fucking story, guys. When I get there, Keith is like, man, Kanye West just left.
Get the fuck out of here.
He like this. He said, Keith like, Kanye West just left. He say, man, can you believe that Kanye, he said, man, can you believe that Kanye West came here and asked us for $500 million?
What? I believe that.
This is before the world knew that Kanye was, this before the sway in the,
he always been a nut ass nigga.
No, for years, dog. This ain't new, dog.
This before the world knew Kanye was about to start flipping out, right? that's why when this shit start happening with Kanye, I'm like, all this shit makes sense. He like, can you believe? You know what I'm saying?
So you understand
like,
Kanye, right?
So I'm like, listen.
Okay.
So I'm like, he like, man, can you believe Kanye asked us for $500 million? I'm like, listen, Kanye West had just left because Kanye was trying to get his Donda shit off. He was trying to get his shit off. You know what I mean? And Pure Growth Partners, he came to them and told them that he wanted $500 million. I remember hearing that story like, what? You know what I'm saying? So when Kanye started doing this shit, all of this shit makes sense.
Yeah,
So anyway,
this shit full circle, dog, for sure.
Long story short, man. So I'm gonna look. Let me find it, man.
Dog. Kanye been on some nut ass shit for years.
On some shit,
he
man.
just started off Stab Lab stories.
Listen,
You started off, dog.
So long story short, man, we ended up doing Street King, ended up doing the commercial, right? And this shit went like this, man.
Street King with a king flow, not a pawn. King, we are defined, inspire, higher to fire. King dream, more importantly, make a dollar in profits. I'm going, I'm never stopping, no other option exists. Profits, feed a family, I'm better than everybody. Cause we believe it's obvious, obviously embody this. King, and we embody this, I ain't sleeping, that's politics. Wake up, now what you saying, King? I'm thinking legacy. Do you feel my energy? You feel my energy. Do you feel my energy? You feel my energy. Can you feel my energy? You feel my energy. Do you feel my energy? You feel my energy.
So then, yeah, they had.
Oh man, I want to give you your flowers right here, right now for that shit, bro. Real talk,
yeah,
dog.
man,
Hey,
yeah,
that was our first. That's our first Stab Lab story,
my
dog.
man. So,
And
yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait to
Stories
let
of
the
the
people,
lab.
let the people hear that, man. But I want to
Yeah.
congratulate you on that,
Thank
man.
you,
That
bro.
was a
Thank you.
deep ass, dope ass story.
Thank you, bro.
And
Thank
it's the
you.
reason why we here, man. For you to,
Absolutely.
you know what I'm saying, push that forward. And I wish much success to you,
Thank
man.
you, bro. I
know what I'm
appreciate
saying?
that.
I hope
Thank
you
you.
go to the past the sky, man,
Thank
with
you,
your
bro.
shit, man.
Thank
And
you. Thank
once
you.
again, man, I appreciate everybody for stopping past the Stab Lab podcast, man. I hope y'all have a good week, man. I hope y'all have good energy, man. Start putting out more positive energy. You know what I'm saying? Putting out things that we can use. It's too much negative shit going on, and we need this positive energy. We need more positive people around us. You know what I'm saying? We need better mental as men, as women too. And we just, want to continue to be better people. You know what I'm saying? And once again, you can follow me on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, Google Music, Amazon Music, all of it, man. You can follow me on Instagram, Perfect Timing, PRFECT_TIMING. Where can they find you at, Mar?
You can find me at Shamar W across all platforms, every social media site, every.com. It's all Shamar W.
You got something new dropping soon or what?
Yeah, man. So at the end of this year, or at the middle of this year, I'm dropping my project is called Condon, right? So Condon is the street that I grew up on in Oak Park, and it's a full story from when I decided to move off of Condon and just just go start living. You know what I mean? Life been a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of stories I gotta tell.
I'm looking forward to that, man. I'm looking forward to that. Where can they find you at, Poe?
Instagram, Lord Poe, and then website, everydaypoe.com.
Leave something for the streets, man, real quick, man.
Be intentional with yourself, man. We got a lot of times we use this excuse. I wasn't thinking, but we got to make intentional decisions, man. Let's be better. Let's feed in. Let's feed into one another, man.
Leave something for the streets, Mar.
Be great. You know what I mean? Be God. Know that God lives on the inside. And go do that.
Yeah, man. So once again, I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all stay tuned for another episode of the Stab Lab podcast.